A family home goes down in flames, but that was just the beginning.
And why did she keep telling y'all to stay in the room?
Because I didn't know if she wanted us to get burned by the fire or anything.
Inside the house, fire crews find multiple children, some of whom never make it out alive. And the woman accused of carrying out the heinous act is the very person who was supposed to keep these children safe.
This is the moment a mother realizes her own kids are about to put her away for the rest of her life, and there's not a single thing she can do to stop them. A family home goes down in flames in Paulding County, Georgia, but that fire wasn't an accident. It was a cover.
A family home goes down in flames, but that was just the beginning.
And why did she keep telling y'all to stay in the room?
Because I didn't know if she wanted us to get burned by the fire or anything.
Inside the house, fire crews find multiple children, some of whom never make it out alive. And the woman accused of carrying out the heinous act is the very person who was supposed to keep these children safe.
Inside, fire crews find 7 children. Only 4 make it out alive. And the woman accused of doing it is the one person who was supposed to keep every single one of them safe. Welcome to this episode of Female Criminals. I'm Elizabeth Milner, Paulding County, Georgia, June 24th, 2022. Just before 9:30 p.m., the 911 center gets a call. Fire and domestic disturbance. Woodwind Drive. Fire crews get there and the whole house is up in flames. Neighbors are screaming that there are kids trapped on the second floor. 2 little girls jump from a second-story window just to escape the smoke. Once the fire is finally out, they find the real horror. A 3-year-old and a 9-month-old baby are pronounced dead at the scene. A 5-year-old is rushed to the hospital and dies from his injuries. And those 3 little boys, they didn't die from the fire. They died because someone stabbed them. The only 3 people who walk out of that house without a scratch, the 2 oldest teenagers. 16 and 14, and their mother, Darlene Brister. Darlene was born in 1982, married Ricky Brister in 2002, 17 years, 7 kids. By 2022, that's a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a baby boy just 9 months old. From the outside, just a big homeschool family of 9. But inside that house, something had been breaking for a long time. Detectives find Darlene still on the property, standing in the backyard. The teenagers tell deputies right there on the lawn, "Our mom did it."
Marcia had the knife.
Did she pull a knife out today?
I don't know. She pulled it out on the baby, but she didn't pull it out on nobody else. But that's who I think she did it to. And then Mama said she's
taken into custody, just like that. Enviar doer do ar slams fo teji stos, Detective Ma'am. We're going to start over, from the top, no more stories. And while Darlene sits in a holding cell, detectives go back to Woodwind Drive the next morning, because neighbors are starting to talk, and what they're saying doesn't sound like a family that just snapped. One neighbor says, "Yeah, Ricky, I know him a little bit. But Sunday morning, I'm out here drinking coffee, and he's packing all his stuff up."
Searching for answers.
Hi, sorry to bother you. I know it's early.
Yeah.
Were you home last night when all that happened? Do you mind giving us a statement?
I done a written one.
You did a written one already?
Yeah, me and my neighbor over there, he came and got me when the girl jumped out the window.
This neighbor doesn't live too far from the Bristers. He says he noticed signs of tension just a day before the tragedy, moments that in hindsight seem to take on a much different meaning.
But see, Ricky, I know him a little bit, the man, the dad. I mean, he'll come over here and talk to me sometimes, but, I don't know him that well. But I know Sunday, I was out here drinking coffee, and Sunday morning he was packing all his stuff up, like all his clothes, shoes, everything. He threw the baby car seat out on the driveway and the stroller, because they got a minivan. He was taking everything out of it, putting out, like, all his stuff. And I noticed he was gone all week. He wasn't here all week long, and that's rare because they don't work or nothing. They're usually there all the time.
Neither one of them work?
Not that I know of. They're there all day, every day. And so I figured, and see, back, I think it was, I want to say around December, I'm probably wrong on that. The cops got called out here, and they took her away and everything. And he came over here like later that evening or the next day and explained to us what was going on and saying that she had got a knife or something and threatened to kill all of them and stuff like that. And I was like, man. And he said that's why they took her away, because they were going to have her evaluated or something.
Yeah.
And, then a couple days later she was back.
Have you ever heard him fighting or arguing?
Oh, yeah. But it would never be like nothing like, I would say, like aggressively, but you would hear them bickering back and forth, But never no slamming or, breaking stuff or cussing or nothing like that.
Like all his clothes, shoes, everything. Threw the baby car seat out on the driveway and the stroller. I noticed he was gone all week. That's rare because they don't work or nothing. They're there all day, every day. Another neighbor remembers December, just 6 months before the fire. Cops got called out here and they took her away. He came over later and said she got a knife and threatened to kill all of them. Said they was gonna have her evaluated. Then a couple days later, she was back. And it keeps going. Another neighbor says, I know, she had to come up there and get her out of there because she tried to kill everybody.
I know she had to come up there and get her out of there because she tried to kill everybody. That was about October, November, something like that.
When was this?
About October last year.
October last year?
She stayed gone for about a couple months, something like that. And came back. And since she was all better, since she felt better, then this bad Sunday, not this Sunday. Sunday before that, they got to argue. Well, she got to argue with him again. And said she gonna do the same thing. Said she gonna kill them.
That was about October, November last year. She stayed gone for a couple months. Came back, she felt better. She was all, better. So this wasn't the first time. This was a pattern everyone saw and no one stopped. Now, detectives turned to the one person who should know Darlene better than anyone. Her husband, Ricky. Ricky isn't a suspect. He wasn't even home that night. But he is the key to understanding how a house full of kids becomes a house of horrors. And Ricky, he doesn't give short answers. He rambles. He explains. He defends. Detective, what are you worried about right now? Right? I'm unemployed right now. I've been unemployed since the pandemic started. In 2020. Yes, I was working at Dollar General before that. And in terms of support, the way we did it was we would take our, like the income tax that we get during the year, and we didn't splurge with it. We would take and pay all our bills forward for the year. And we was on Section 8. So Section 8 paid the full bill.
Different lens.
Did you see anything personally when the situation happened?
Yes, but no. The mall was in the backyard, and I did not know that. The whole time we were standing right there at my neighbor's back fence, but it was also like right there at their back fence. And she was in the backyard the whole time, and we didn't know that until the police officers were telling her to get down on the ground or put her hands up, something like that.
Okay. What did you witness before that? Like when it all began?
Oh, I didn't witness nothing before that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can just write us a witness statement about her character with the kids and stuff like that, just like you told us, and then what you saw.
That's not going to help her, right? Because she needs to be there.
No, that's not going to help her. We're just saying that her character before and then her character now.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you just told us.
Yeah.
Just to show the court system that how the neighbors saw her act beforehand with the family. Versus what occurred.
I don't know if y'all are religious, but I honestly thought she must have been possessed or something. It was a complete turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
She's like went insane or something. And I understand she's homeschooling 7 kids, but that's a mental breakdown, not a do what she did.
Yeah.
Now, neighbors
And we
can
was
only
getting government assistance, food stamps. That was it. When did it change? It was good for a while until like just recently. I would say it was when she had the last baby. She ended up, I never knew that she had major depression. She got diagnosed with that, but she had also postpartum depression. So she was having a psychiatrist. So it would be like almost arguing. If like every other day, and sometimes we'll go a week without arguing, then, it would like she never like take responsibility for the stuff that she did. So that's what we had a counselor involved. You have a history of child cruelty. Can you explain that? That was when her son came in under 25. He's about 25 now, And they had like no discipline in his life because, you know, him and mother came from the same place. She didn't know her mother, so they kind of like roam the streets or whatever. So for the first couple of years, you know, I wouldn't put my hands on him at all because I believe that you're supposed to get to know the child before you put your hands on them or anything else like that. And I am a Christian person, so I do believe in spanking. But so like he would go to school and he would say something, you know how kids can get, they say he wouldn't do his work or something like that. And so if he caught a whipping, he didn't like it. So he would tell like the counselors and then we'll have to go through a setting. He talks in circles. Every question gets a 10-minute answer about religion, about discipline, about money, until the detective asks him the one question that matters. Do your wife, she's still alive. Do you plan on still being with her?
Can you tell me about that?
She needs some help. I love her, but she needs some
when
help.
her son,
I can't. She would not take her medicine, so I don't know what to do with that situation right now.
He's about
Honestly,
25
I haven't
now.
made up my mind.
And,
I mean, I love her,
they
but and
had,
I know
like,
the Bible says,
no
you know, to death
discipline
do us
in
part,
his life.
and she's
He
not
just,
dead.
you know,
And I do
him
believe
and
in doing
mother
what the
came from the
Bible
same
say.
place.
But this is really
She
hard.
didn't know her
That's when
mother,
detectives
so they kinda,
realize
like,
they're
roamed
not
the
going to get
streets
the
or whatever.
truth about that night
So,
from Ricky.
for the
They have to go
first,
to family. Enter Kay Hill,
couple of years,
Darlene's sister-in-law.
I
And
wouldn't
Kay
put my
does not
hands on
hold
him
back
at all
about
because
Ricky.
I believe
They've
that
always
you're
had major
supposed to get to
issues.
know the
In the
child
beginning,
before
it's
you
like a
put your
cult.
hands on him.
That's what
Or
he's
anything
got
else
his
like
own
that.
brand of
And I
religion.
am a
He is a
Christian
narcissist.
person, so I do believe in
I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but when I described it to the medical staff, she was like, that's a narcissist. So I go and look it up. I'm like, that's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. He can never be wrong about anything. And he has to be in control, and everything he says is very manipulative. Kay says Darlene had to go to the hospital by herself to have her last 2 babies. No one with her. Hemorrhage with the last one. Had her tubes tied to save her life. And Ricky was mad because the doctor who saved her was male. Kay says she was ready to call CPS. She thought Darlene was isolated, homeschooling 7 kids, no outside contact. All the kids have a speech issue, very slurred, not proper enunciation. You can tell these kids have not had a chance to talk to anybody outside of their home. But even Kay says, she was a really good mother. She came up and she had time with my kids and loved on my kids, and I let her be with my kids alone. You think if I thought she was going to do that on Friday, I would let her anywhere near my children. She was great. She was a great aunt. She connected with them. She did art projects. So what changed? What turned a great aunt, a mother who fed them and clothed them, into someone who could do this? That answer comes from the last person detectives expected. Ricky's own mother, Vicky. And Vicky brings the case from a tragedy to a premeditated triple murder. Vicky, can I tell you the story that my grandbaby told me? It was meant for all of them. She gave them pills that morning, sleeping pills.
Hill. Even after what Darlene is accused of, she doesn't hold back her feelings about Ricky.
That's what he's got his own brand of religion. He is a narcissist. I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but when I described it to the medical staff, she was like, that's a narcissist. So I go and look it up. I'm like, that's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. He can never be wrong about anything. And he has to be in control. And everything he says is very manipulative. When she had Donovan, she had to go to that hospital by herself. There was nobody with her. I don't know if Barbara ever got to see her when she had the baby, when she was in the hospital, but from my understanding, there was nobody with her. So when she got back home, she's got to go back to cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and taking care of nobody with her. Ricky said he had to stay with the kids. Okay. So she had that baby by herself, and we didn't find out till afterwards. And then the same thing happened with the baby, Devontae. Ended up going to the hospital by herself, having the baby. This time she did get her tubes tied. Ricky was upset about that, and this is what she told me. Ricky was upset about her getting her tubes tied, and she was upset because with this baby, there was a medical problem. I don't know if she hemorrhaged or it was something where they had to do a little extra medical care or something. Anyway, and she got her tubes tied, and one of the doctors was male. The doctor that was saving her life, whoever it was that was helping her with the hemorrhage or whatever, was saving that doctor. It was male, and Darlene told me that Ricky got upset because it was a male doctor. And I'm thinking to Darlene, I'm like, baby,
how many did you have to take?
The girls didn't take theirs.
One.
Only one of the girls took their sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The boys took their pill, and it was sleepy pills because I know that they went to sleep.
And they swallowed a pill?
Charity told me that my mama gave us some pills that morning to take, and she told us to bring these flowers and her whatever machine she make tea, shirts with put them in the car. And they did that, and she was like, my mama was acting funny. And so my mama got in the car and took the car down the street and came back and gave us some pills to take. And I didn't take my pills, and they didn't take hers, but Charity took her pills. And the boys took their pill, and she had the other two, the little ones, the 3-year-old and the 9-month-old. She had them in the hallway, laying down on the floor, and she had planned. She said she dumped the gas in the boys' room. Then she dumped the gas in our room. Then she went back. She stabbed the baby, and she came back, and she lit the boys' room. She gave them sleeping pills. She laid the babies in the hallway. She poured gas. This wasn't a psychotic break. This was a plan. And the
When
most
did you know
heartbreaking
the house
proof of
was on
that
fire?
plan
How did
doesn't
you know?
come from any
Because,
adult.
like,
It comes from the babies who lived.
I
Forensic
smelled the
interview.
stuff.
A little girl we will
Okay.
call FB.
How
She's
did you
11
get
years
out?
old. Small voice.
We
She still
talked
thinks
to him
oil
and
and
he
gas
just
are the
jumped
same
out the
thing.
window.
How did
Okay.
mommy start a fire in the house?
And
FB ain't well.
does your
She
house-
put some oil
you
in
live
our
in a
room,
house
and I
or an
guess in a
apartment?
different part of the house
We
too.
live in a
I'll
house.
tell you the story that my grandbaby told me. And this, I don't think there's a reason. No, it was all of them. It was meant for all of them.
Okay.
She gave them pills that morning, sleeping pills. The girls didn't take theirs. Only one of the girls took theirs. They were asleep. The other, Dante and the other one that went in. That's what my baby told me. And if I fall out, sometimes it's hard to say it, to relive it.
I understand. You take your time.
Charity, told me that my mama gave us some pills that morning to take, and she told us to bring these flowers and her whatever machine she made t-shirts with, put them in the car, and they did that. And she said that my mama was acting funny, and so my mama got in the car and took the car down the street and came back and gave us some pills to take. And I didn't take my pills, and Faith didn't take hers, but Charity took her pills. And the boys took their pill, and it was sleeping pills because I know that they went to sleep. And she had the other two, the little ones, the 3-year-old and the month-olds. She had them in the hallway laying down on the floor. And she had planned, so she said she dumped the gas in the boys' room, then she dumped the gas in our room. And she went back. She didn't say us. She just said she stabbed the baby. And she came back and she lit the fire in the boys' room, and we smelled the smoke. And then she came to put the fire in our room, but it didn't work. And we took, Faith said she took a sheet, and threw it out the window, and it was going out. She went down the window, and she got scared, and she wanted to come back up, and it was holding her hand. And then the Charity told her, no, don't come back up. Just jump down. And Charity said she jumped down next. And then Faith, Hopi, they had to coach her out the window. She was just standing in the window, and Charity was the big girl saying, come on, you gotta come out of there, So it wasn't aimed towards nobody that looked like in particular.
And then she did something to make the oil turn into fire. And that was going on. I couldn't really see because the door was closed and she kept telling us to not come out. Z was what was the oil in. FBA, it was gas. It was to fill like the lawnmower or something. Hey, did she pour it anywhere else? FB, she poured it in our room, and I think probably was in bathroom and maybe in the hallway or the kitchen. Do y'all have to take medicine to go to bed? FB, no. But yesterday mommy did gave us medicine. I was sleeping medicine. I guess she tried to put us to sleep, so we don't know if I was starving, and she was going to leave the house and burn us in the house. Do you remember what color the pill was? FBZ. Mine was blue, and that's the one that said PM on it. One was red and yellow, and I didn't know what that was. That might have been vitamin. Did everybody get a pill? Even the baby. FBZ. Even the baby? Did the baby swallow the pill? No, she put it in his bottle, That detail, she put it in his bottle. The 9-month-old baby's bottle. THE tap caps Raleigh RIMOCSMR diff FRHRSSS and FB remembers more. Investigator, did she pull a knife out today? FB, I don't know. She pulled it out on the baby, but she didn't pull it on nobody else. But that's who I think she did it to.
Start a fire in the house.
Well, she put some oil in our room, and I guess in a different part of the house too. And she did something to make the oil turn into a fire. And that was going on. I couldn't really see because the door was closed and she kept telling us to not come out.
Okay. And that happened today? What was the oil in?
It was gas. It was to fill like the lawnmower or something.
Oh, okay. So it was like a gas container that you fill up with your lawnmower? Okay. And was it still in the container or did she pour it out?
She poured it out on the floor.
Okay. Did she pour it anywhere else?
She poured it in the room, and I think probably it was in the downtown room. And maybe in the hallway or the kitchen.
Do y'all have to take medicine or anything like that to go to bed or any other time?
No, but yesterday Mommy did give us medicine. It was sleeping medicine. I guess she tried to put us to sleep so we don't know if fire will start. And she was going to leave the house and burn us in the house.
Was the medicine like something you drink or was it something you swallow?
Swallow.
Do you remember what color the pill was?
Mine was blue, and that's the one that said PM.
PM on it? Okay.
One was red and yellow, and I didn't know what that was. That might have been vitamin. I don't know.
Okay. So she gave you 2 pills?
3.
3? A blue one and a red and yellow one? Or blue, red, and yellow?
She gave us 1 blue and 2 red and yellow.
Okay. And did everybody get a pill?
Even the baby.
Did the baby swallow the pill?
No, she just put it in his bottle.
In his what? Oh, in his bottle?
I heard a baby crying, just nuggling, and then I heard her squealing and screaming, and then I heard her start crying. And so I thought she jabbed him with a knife or did something. Investigator, has Mommy ever tried to kill y'all before? FB, no, but she did try to jab Daddy with a knife. Investigator, did Mom ever say she wanted to kill y'all? FB, no. But one time they was talking on the phone with her friend and Mama said she's going to kill all of us, including her friend too. That quote, that one line, from an 11-year-old. Then her little sister comes in. We'll call her CB. She's 9, and this is where it gets impossible not to feel protective, because CB doesn't understand why her mom is being so nice. CB because she was acting nice to us when she was giving it to us, but she didn't say anything when we told her thank you. She was being quiet.
She was in her room, and I think she went in the kitchen too.
Okay. All right. And how did she start the fire?
She was cooking, I think she was cooking gas or oil.
Okay. And when did you know the house was on fire? How did you know?
Because I smelled the stuff.
Okay. How did you get out?
We broke the windows and we just jumped out the window.
Okay. And does your house, you live in a house or an apartment?
We live in a house.
Is it 1 floor or 2 floors?
It's 2.
And where is your bedroom, the girls' room at?
On the top room.
Okay. And y'all jumped out of the window? Did you wear that to bed? Okay. So you wore that and then you just jumped out with whatever you had on? Okay. And so there's 3 girls that all 3 of y'all jump out? And then what happened?
And then we fell down and then was right into the house we went to. And I was trying to help off the ground.
You was trying to help and went and told the people next door? Okay. Did y'all eventually go over there? Do you know those people's name? Okay. And what was wrong with her? Why did you have to help her?
Because her leg was hurting.
Okay. All right. Do you know if anybody else got out of the house? No? You don't know if the boys got out?
No, they didn't came out.
Huh?
They didn't came out.
They did come out? They didn't come out? Okay. Was Mom mad today? Or sad or happy?
I don't know.
Before the fire?
She was happy when the fire didn't start.
She was happy before the fire? You feel safe around Mom?
Not all the time.
Not all the time? So did you feel safe with Mom today?
Not when she was tell us to stay in the room.
In what room?
In the bedroom.
Okay. And why did she keep telling y'all to stay in the room?
Because I didn't know if she wanted us to get burned by the fire or anything.
Are you afraid that she will hurt you?
That only happened about one time, I think.
Tell me about that one time.
It was today.
It was today? How did she try to hurt you today?
Because I thought she was trying to burn us with the fire.
Okay.
How can you even put into words what these girls went through? Only 4 Brister children survived this house of horrors. Darlene Brister faces 3 counts of malice murder, 3 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, 1 count of arson in the first degree, plus 7 counts of cruelty to children in the first degree. She's held in the Paulding County Jail on no bond. Following the news of Darlene's arrest, her husband Ricky shockingly seems to come to her defense. In an interview with news station 11 Alive, Ricky Brister says he still loves Darlene. He told the outlet, quote, "I know it was a mental health situation. We were trying to get help. There is no hate toward her. I'm definitely hurt by what she did, but I still have to move forward." Ricky Brister is asked by the reporter whether he forgives Darlene, and Ricky's response was, "She was forgiven already." On September 1st of 2022, prosecutors announced they are seeking the death penalty against Darlene. Paulding County District Attorney Matthew Rollins says it was a decision his office felt was equivalent to the crimes committed. But Darlene Brister's case would never see its way in front of a jury. In February of 2024, Darlene Brister